Have you heard people talk about stocks and investments and felt completely lost? You're not alone. The stock market may sound complicated, but once you understand the basics, it's actually pretty simple. In this video, I'm going to explain the stock market in the easiest way possible, step by step, even if you have zero background in finance. So stick around till the end, and you'll walk away confident and ready to start your investing journey.
Stock market is like a giant global shopping mall, but instead of buying clothes or groceries, you buy ownership in companies. These pieces of ownership are called stocks or shares. It's a place where people can invest in businesses and trade those pieces with each other. When someone says they're investing in the stock market, they're basically becoming part owners of companies, big or small. Companies list their stocks to raise funds, and investors buy them hoping to profit over time. It's all about supply, demand, and market value. Let's simplify the word stock. Imagine a company like a big pizza. If the pizza is cut into 100 slices and you buy one slice, you now own 1% of that pizza. That's what owning a stock is. You own a part of that business, so if the company does well, your piece becomes more valuable. Stocks represent actual ownership in real companies like Apple, Google, or Reliance. And when those companies grow or make a profit, you benefit. It's your piece of the pie. That's why people say the stock market helps build wealth. It literally makes you a co-owner of success. There are two main reasons why people invest in stocks: capital gains and dividends. Capital gains mean buying low and selling high. For example, you buy a stock at $50 and sell it later at $100. That profit is your gain. Dividends, on the other hand, are when the company shares part of its profit with shareholders, you. Think of it as a reward for holding their stock. Over time, smart investing can turn small amounts of money into large sums. That's why the stock market is considered one of the best tools for long-term wealth creation. Now you might ask, where does all this buying and selling happen? It happens on stock exchanges like the New York Stock Exchange, NYSE, NASDAQ, NSE, or BSE. These are digital platforms where traders, investors, and brokers interact. But you can't walk into a stock exchange and start buying. You need a broker. That's where apps like Zerodha, Groww, Robinhood, or Upstox come in. These brokers help you open an account, deposit money, and buy stocks from your phone or computer in minutes. Once you place an order, your broker matches it with a seller or buyer, and boom, your trade is done. Let's quickly go through some common stock market terms you'll hear everywhere. IPO, initial public offering. It's when a private company sells its shares to the public for the first time. Think of it like opening the company to outside investors. Bull market, a period when stock prices are generally rising. Bear market, a time when stock prices are falling and investors are cautious. Index, a group of selected stocks. For example, the Nifty 50 in India or the S&P 500 in the US. These represent the overall market. Portfolio, your personal collection of investments, stocks, mutual funds, ETFs, etc. These are your ABCs of investing. Knowing them makes reading financial news and stock charts so much easier. Of course, investing comes with risk. Stock prices go up and down due to many factors: company performance, global events, government policies, or even tweets. You can lose money if the stock drops after you buy it. That's why it's important to understand your risk appetite. Don't invest money you can't afford to lose. And always do your own research instead of blindly following tips. Here are some quick start tips if you're new. Start small. Don't jump in with all your savings. Invest in what you understand. Don't buy random stocks. Think long-term. Successful investors hold for years, not weeks. Track your investments and keep learning. And finally, don't chase hype or viral trends. You'll thank yourself later. If this video helped simplify the stock market for you, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on future videos. This is just the beginning. We'll cover how to choose your first stock, how to use trading apps, and much more. And hey, if you have a question about anything stock related, drop it in the comments. I read everyone and will answer them in upcoming videos. Welcome to Capital Sense, where your financial journey begins.